What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be explaining how to get into the Dark Aether in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. It can be a little convoluted and complicated, but what it boils down to is getting these four items: the diary, locked diary, the pill bottle, the surveillance camera, and the dog collar. If you get these four items, you can then enter into the Aether, and the Aether is how you get the new acquisitions and schematics for the new items of the golden armor plate, the dog bone, and the new throwing knife that comes back to you. So the first one that we're going to do is the diary. The way you get the diary is from the Act 4 story mission. So you don't need to have done Act 1 through 3. You don't have to have done any of the other acts before doing the Act 4. You just equip it as your story mission and you go into the map. Make sure that you're ready to go, and then you'll find this location, just similar to the other kind of story mission areas. So this is pretty tough. It's a really tough mission. This run where I go in solo, I do the part of the like the first part of it, where you just basically kill zombies around these four different areas. But then when I first tried the boss, like the worm boss, I died pretty quick. I don't have a good solo guide on how to kill the worm at the end of this. It's really tough because it shoots these orbs at you, and they're so hard to kill, while also doing damage on the boss. So what I ended up doing is just finding a group of people within the game to play with. So I'd recommend, if you don't want to grind for a solo way to do the worm here, is to just find people online, either on like Reddit or Discord, or just within the game, sending a message to the lobby and saying, hey, anyone doing the Act 4 story mission? And then going in with a group, because it's just so brutal to do it alone. I'm sure it's possible. I've seen people do it online. So there's strategies, but if you don't want to grind out a tough boss solo, there are other options by doing it with a group, which is what I did. I'll show a clip of that as well. But when you do enter into the Act 4 mission, you're in the Aether, and you're going to be going to these four different locations. And once you go to each of these locations on the map, marked by the yellow markers, you're going to activate these totems, or I guess seals, and then kill a certain amount of zombies around them, and it'll fill it up. And once it's filled, you'll finish that seal, then you move on to the next one. So you do this 4 times. You can kind of skip ahead if you want to see a couple of them. I think I showed 2 of the ones that I did. And then once you do all 4 of these, you will go to a place to exfil, but when you go to exfil, a boss will spawn. I don't have any footage of me dying on the first boss attempt. I just have some of the footage of me beating the boss with some help of people I found online. So you can skip ahead to that. But basically at the end of this boss fight, I'm going to get the locked diary, which is the first of 4 items you're going to need to enter the Aether. So you're welcome to skip ahead to that, or watch some of this. So that's one seal completed, and as you see, all I did was just kill zombies around the seal. This part's pretty doable alone, as long as you have a pretty decent gun. I mean, I only have tier 2 pack here, and I was able to finish that seal. And this was 1 of 4, and you just go to the other 4 locations marked, and that's how you finish that. And then I'll skip ahead to defeating the worm boss. So this is on my second attempt where I just joined in with another group and killed the boss. Again, I don't really have a great guide right now on how to kill it solo, so I would kind of defer to other videos online for that.
On your 6.
Okay, so now that we killed that worm boss fight with the help of some friends found online, I got the Diarry. So now we have the first of 4 items, the frozen or frosted Diarry, and so you're going to extract from here. A good tip for these items is that you can extract with them and put them in your acquisition stash, so you don't need to bringing them in with you every game. I'd recommend not. I'd recommend just, at least for the Diarry, just keeping it safe and sound in your acquisition stash until you have the other items, because you don't want to actually go into a game with the Diarry, die, and then lose it. Okay, now we're doing the pill bottle. So what I did here is you equip a gun with brain rot, either with the schematic that you have a brain rot, or just an acquisition you have, or if you don't have it at all, you can just do these Aether nests and try and get lucky to get it. And then you shoot the orb once, interact with it, and the pill bottle drops. Then you have to find one of these Aether tiers, and once you enter into it, there will be a second tier that will spawn. So as soon as you hit the tier the first time, make sure to pull your parachute, because you don't want to miss the second tier. And after the second tier, you will see a purple bounty mission. And for the pill bottle, it's always going to be in tier 1, the bounty. And so you don't need to be as prepared for this one. You're just going to go and do this bounty. It's a normal bounty.
Moving this way.
And then after you kill this bounty, you'll spawn another pill bottle, but this pill bottle will be gold. So you get the purple pill bottle, equipping brain rot to a gun, going to an Aether nest, and then interacting with that orb, and then it'll just drop. And then find a Aether tier or that rift, go into it, go into the second one, and then you will find this bounty mission. And once you kill this bounty, you can get the golden pill bottle. And then again, you can extract with the pill bottle if you don't want to do this all in one go. So then you can have it for the next one, don't have to redo this. So you can skip ahead, but this is just me doing the bounty for the pill bottle. I was actually kind of unlucky in this because my bounty for this was actually stuck in a mercenary stronghold, and of course you can't go into the mercenary stronghold without a key card, so I actually had to go find a key card in order for the boss to even spawn. So that was unfortunate, but basically I go and find a key card, open this thing up, and then kill the bounty and get the pill bottle. So if this ever happens to you where your boss is stuck, or your special zombie is stuck in a stronghold, I mean, I don't really know a better way other than just going and getting it opened up. So unfortunate, but that's what I ended up doing. So you can skip ahead of this to where I get the pill bottle. Okay, so that bounty's finished, and now I have the golden pill bottle, which is the second of 4 items. The third item is the surveillance camera. And for this one, you also need an ammo mod, but this time it's going to be the dead wire ammo mod. Either get it through a schematic of the dead wire, or just by completing contracts, or completing Aether nests and finding dead wire. It doesn't matter what gun you equip it to, equip it in a gun, and you need to find these purple things that are flying around that drop money. I don't know the exact name of them, but they'll just kind of spawn randomly on the map, and you need to make sure you have dead wire on your gun and just shoot it down, and then this is how you're gonna get the purple surveillance camera. Just make sure that you only shoot it with a gun with dead wire. If you're in a party with other people and they don't have dead wire on their gun, then don't let them shoot it, because then it won't be gold anymore. It'll switch back to purple. This orb here. So just have dead wire on your gun, continue shooting it down until it dies, and then it'll drop the purple camera. And then once you have the purple camera, similar to the pill bottle, you are going to find one of those rifts, or Aether tiers is what they're called, around the map. And once you go into there, there will be a second tier to jump into, and that will allow you to spawn the bounty mission. For the surveillance camera, the bounty mission is going to be in tier 2, so it's going to be a little bit harder than for the pill bottle, which is in tier 1. So honestly, the hardest part about this is finding these rifts, because they spawn randomly throughout the map. There are certain spots that they spawn that you can find online, but again, it changes. So I ended up finding one, and then as soon as you enter into that rift, another rift will spawn. This one's orange, and you will be sent to a tier 2 bounty mission, and you'll go and activate that. And once you have this activated and kill the bounty, the golden surveillance camera will spawn, and then you'll have the gold diary, gold pill bottle, and then the gold surveillance camera, and there'll just be one left. So you can skip to the end of this part. I'm just going to be killing this bounty and getting the gold camera.
I'll get us there.
Okay, and now I just defeated that bounty, and in the reward rift, there we go, the golden surveillance camera. So now we are getting the last item, definitely the hardest one to get other than Diarry, which is the golden dog collar. So the way this one's going to work is you need to find a doghouse like this on the map, similar to the rifts or the portals. They spawn randomly, which is annoying, so you kind of just run around until you find one, and then you put an explosive like a Molotov. I did it once with the Simtech. You put it into the doghouse, and then a dog will spawn, you kill it, and then it'll drop a purple dog collar. And just like with the pill bottle and the surveillance camera, you're going to drive around until you find one of those portals, or tiers is what they're called, and go into it. Again, this can take a while, which is annoying, because if you built up like a good weapon and perks, you can lose a lot of time and not have time to finish it just because you can't find one of these portals. So I'd go online maybe and try and find a map of where they might spawn to speed things up. But I ended up finding it over here on this dock. And again, this is where you're going to go into tier 3 for the bounty. So you really need to be prepared for this one. I died twice first trying to get this done, and the way I ended up doing it this time is by spawning in a juggernaut suit. So that would be my recommendation for this. If you don't have people to help you out with this bounty, it's just, for me, it was really hard to do solo. So I ended up using this juggernaut suit, and with the juggernaut you can take it down pretty easily actually. So first I go in to pack-a-punch my ray gun to pack-a-punch level 3, although I really don't end up using it a whole lot. I mainly just kill it with the juggernaut suit. So you can skip ahead to that part of the video where I finished killing it off with the juggernaut, and then that will drop the fourth and final item that we need, which is the golden dog collar.
DC marked. Airdrop inbound.
Rhino 3-1 sends Juggernaut armor your way.
Alright, and there you go. Just knocked down that tier 3 bounty with the juggernaut suit. You can buy the juggernaut suit for 10,000 in the tier 3 buy station, by the way. And there was the golden dog collar. So what I recommend here is get your perks, get $10,000, go into tier 3 and buy the Juggernaut suit, and then have that for you to spawn in for that mission or that contract. So now we have all 4 items. You need to go into the game with all 4 items. Be prepared for a Mega Bomb fight. And then once you go into the game, you go to this area of the map, and you're going to place these 4 items down. So you place, it matters where you place them. So you place a Diarry on the Snowflake pedestal. On the Brain Rot pedestal, you're going to place the Pill Bottle. On the Dead Wire pedestal, you're going to place the Surveillance Camera. And then on that Fire Napalm Burst pedestal, you're going to place the Golden Dog Collar. So there's the 4 items. That's where you place them. Once they're all placed in the correct location, the Rift, the Aether Rift is going to spawn, but the Mega Bomb is also going to spawn. And I think once you make it at this point, you're good, and I don't think you're going to have to redo getting all those 4 items. So if the Mega Bomb does kill you, it's probably not the end of the world. I don't think you're going to have to redo all this part. I think it's unlocked for you, but it's best if you can kill this Mega Bomb, because then it will give you the sigil, which is what you need to actually go into it. It's basically a key to get into the Aether. So I ended up going down here. Thankfully I had a self-revive, and I ended up kind of cheesing him a little bit. I saw a guy do this online. You can basically just run away from this little island and go to this roof, and that's what I ended up doing because I didn't want to die and not get the sigil. So if you want to try and kill him on this little island, you definitely can. Just take a little more skill. So do what you can here, and then I ended up just running over to this shop on the past the island, and then shooting him from there. So that's something you can do. Maybe they'll patch it to where you have to kill him on the island, but for me, I just ran away. And then after you kill the Mega Bomb, you will have a reward rift, which will give you a normal sigil, and then you'll just place that sigil on that Aether, and that will allow you to go to the Dark Aether. So an important note about the Aether is there's 2 different levels to it. If you have a normal sigil, which is like the triangular sigil, you'll go into the people call it tier 4, or like the the first level of the Aether. And by doing those contracts in there, you will get the acquisitions, or like the single use Aether Blade, Dog Bone, and Golden Armor Plate. But by doing tier 3 contracts, you can get Elder Sigils, and once you enter into the Elder Sigil Aether, you can then get the schematics for those. So again, you do all this in order to get access to the Aether. You need sigils in order to get into the Aether. You have normal sigils and elder sigils. Normal sigils, if you do contracts there, you'll get 1-use acquisitions. And then if you go in with an elder sigil and do contracts there, you will be able to get schematics with the rewards from those contracts. I'll probably be working on a video of a good solo guide on how to survive in the normal sigil and elder sigil Aether, Dark Aethers. But it's by completing those that you're going to get the new schematics. So the rest of this video is me killing this Mega Bomb. I'm going to get the sigil from the reward rift, and then I don't end up actually going into the Aether gear, but once you do get this sigil, all you have to do is place it into the Dark Aether rift, and then that'll take you to the Dark Aether. So yeah, that's the video. In summary, you got to do Act 4, get the locked Diarry. Then go in and use Brain Rot on a weapon, go to an Aether Nest, shoot an orb, take out the purple pill bottle, go to a rift, go to the second rift, bounty mission, then you get a gold pill bottle, then equip a gun with Dead Wire, shoot those purple orbs that drop things, you'll get the purple camera, find another rift, do a bounty in tier 2, then you'll get the gold camera, then go in and find a doghouse, put in some sort of explosive into the doghouse, kill that dog that spawns, that'll give you the purple dog collar. Find another rift, go into the second rift there again, then you'll up in tier 3, do that tier 3 bounty, double drop the golden dog collar, then go to this location on the map and put all 4 items in, and then kill this Mega Bomb, that'll drop a sigil, and then from now on you'll be able to enter the Dark Aether, except you will need sigils, and you get sigils by doing tier 3 contracts, and they'll just drop in those reward rifts. It's just RNG, whether or not they drop. And yeah, that's the video. If it was helpful to you, make sure to like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.
Such an enemy is not easy to bring down. Should be commended, right here.
And now I will have the sigil and the reward rift here. And then, yeah, if I wanted to go into the Dark Aether, I could use this and put it into the rift. You can also save all these sigils for future use, which is nice. Thanks so much for watching. I definitely wasn't expecting anyone to really be watching these videos, and they've been fun to make. So if you enjoy them, let me know. And yeah, see you in the next video.